Hello out there. We're on the air. It is a curling night tonight at the 2026 Mixed Fours Playdowns, coming to you live from Coyotes from San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. I said Coyotes because we're seeing two predominantly Coyotes teams face off on our Sheet B feature game. Uh, also, the hammer is not correct. I'm fixing that right now. As we see Team McDonald from Coyotes in Wine Country has the hammer to start things off, as we saw Brian Feldman Jr. deliver his first rock, taking their place against Team Endicott, which also hails from Coyotes. A couple guards to start the game. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely happy to be here, and hoping to have a lot of good action tonight. So glad you tuned in for some MoPac After Dark. Going a little spooky for some reason, even though I'm not really into spooky stuff. It's like, are you afraid of the MoPac After Dark? And I hope you're not, because we're here to have a good time. Not for a long time. As Cassie put up a center-ish guard, not quite on the center line though. As a trooper reference for those at home. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I would be happy to respond as I can. Feldman's draw around the guard is successful. It does go a little deep, and so Endicott's going to be able to put a stone in front of that if they can get through the port. As we see the second for Team Tate get set, that is going to be Sean Tate. This is the mixed fours format, as we've been chatting throughout the tournament. It is kind of a cross between the four-person game and the mixed doubles that you'll see at next month's Olympics, just over 3 weeks away. This draw looks pretty good. So mixed fours is like mixed doubles in that you have two genders on the same team. You have two men, two women, alternating between the two. So man, woman, or the other variation, woman, man, woman, man. Kind of funny how that works out. But unlike mixed doubles you only have up to 6 rots per team. That does pick out the guard. It was Jennifer Collins with her first, as we see Sean Tate with his second. So mixed fours is 8 rots per team, very much like a traditional game. As we see Endicott looking to peel the high guard. Well, it's going to get around the guard. My apologies. So Endicott is sitting shot in the top 4. McDonald has second shot in the back 8. We have 9 teams in the field, 4 sheets in play. So that means uh, we're going to do an 8-game round robin, as her takeout was successful. It's a lot of curling, but I think a lot of players are looking forward to it. The winner of this competition will go to the mixed national championship, and I believe this is the event, one of the events that does go to Worlds if should you win the national championship. As we have the third for Endicott deliver her first rock. This is going to be Olivia Andre. And it looks like it may have hogged. This is Darren Campbell with his first rock with the Vice Stones here in the first end. Gonna trying to raise and it hit it just a little too wide and it scooted past the shot stone. However, we can look at the overhead camera. There's a lot of blue kind of controlling the front of the house with the hammer, although Endicott is in the steal position right now. This is Olivia's second stone. I think looking to maybe raise the yellow on the outside. Actually, it's over curling, so I think they're maybe just looking to put up a front stone to guard. That's a pretty good place for it because now the center guards are staggered, and there's not going to be an easy run back for Team McDonald to take on. So McDonald has the broom down for it clear. This is Darren's second stone. Going to get one of the blues moving, and it kind of scoots next to the yellows on the left side. So the situation in the house is still the same. Endicott sitting one, and McDonald sitting second shot in the back, 8 foot. This is the lead, sorry, the skip stones, the first rock for Adam Endicott. I think just looking to put up another front stone in front of that easy run back. Could also be looking to maybe put a second stone in the rings. Over curling slightly. Ends up covering about maybe 20%. So that run back is still there. It might, if she takes it with soft weight, it might get there. You can see in the background there's a ticking clock that the one that's not blinking, the one that's ticking down. That is the play clocks for each team. The each team gets 30 minutes of thinking time during the game. Uh, of what we call thinking time. The clock starts when you get control of the sheet, and the clock stops as soon as you begin the delivery of your stone. So as soon as Andy McDonald crosses the tee line right there, the clock will stop. So it looks like she's going to take on that raise takeout or just raise hit. Working to try and push it over. You can see Feldman just really going at it. It looks like it's going to hit it at an angle. So it does open it up a little bit. So it does open it up. It does not raise the stone. So Endicott is still sitting shot. So the broom is down. I think Endicott's going to throw a shot very similar to his first as he's coming out of hack. Looks like they're just controlling the weights. Looks like the line is pretty good. And so that's a pretty solid Christmas tree. It's Christmas in January. We just finished the 12 days of Christmas on Monday, I believe, the 5th. And the Three Kings Day or the Epiphany was the following day. So the broom is down for an angle raise, kind of the only real shot, weighing the risk reward. There's not too much risk unless the shot goes really, really awry. So this is pretty close. Going to hit the blue. It's going to raise it, but it's just a little too heavy and it didn't quite curl up enough. So it's going to be a steal of one for Team Endicott. So a solid start by Team Endicott. Good effort though by Team McDonald to try to avoid giving up the one, but the risk reward is early in the game. We're playing eight ends. So pause the action. We'll be right back as we continue with our coverage of the 2026 Mixed Fours Playdowns coming to you live on the curling.gg network. This event is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com, offering statistics, rankings, and insights about the top men's and women's teams from around the world. Doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg. Curling.gg is proud to be an official sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champions, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. So just like that, rocks in play. We are underway here in the second end. McDonald keeps the hammer. And that draw by Cassie Endicott is a center guard. It looks like it's on the center line. Kind of hard to see the lines tonight. They did let the teams know that there was a slight scrape issue during the make of tonight's ice. So you might maybe see a slight pattern. Um, they kicked the rock because I think they knew it was going to hit the center line guard. Although technically they should let it play out unless the other team indicated that they were totally going to like take out the offending stone. Uh, the no tick rule is kind of an extension of the free guard zone, except for there's a couple of changes. This might split the two stones into the house. Let's see how it looks. So it chips the guard into the house. As we see Brian Feldman Jr. deliver his second stone. So now the center line guard is no longer there, so they could hit the stones provided they don't remove them out of play. That does get around the guard. It's going to settle into the back of the house, and it's going to go through the rings out of play. So just a smidge on the heavy side. So the AT difference between the free guard zone and the no tick rule is that if in the free guard zone an opposing stone is removed from play, it is reset automatically. There's no choice. It has to be done. For the no-tick rule, the non-defending team has a choice to either leave the rocks as they played out or remove the offending stone and then reset the stones that were made that it touched back to their original places. So Sean Tate's draw comes to the back of the rings. It looks like McDonald is choosing to maybe draw down on top of it. This is Jennifer Collins' first. I think she wants to draw around, but it looks like it's going to be on the guard. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. Throughout the competitive curling season, proprietor Ken Pomeroy updates the site with the latest results, offering a unique ranking of the top men's and women's teams, including statistics. You can see how your favorite team stacks up in a variety of categories at DoubleTakeout.com. So going for like a front stone guard ends up kind of chipping on the guard that's already in front of the house and rolling inside, kind of just making that left side a little harder to get into. Jennifer Collins' second rock. See Brian Feldman cleaning. Looking to draw around the stones. It looks pretty good. Maybe the weight's a little up, so Brian's trying to push it over to make some contact. It's not going to get over enough, and it's going to go through the rings out of play. So Jennifer's first stone was a little light. That second stone was a little heavy, just kind of underscoring how tricky it can be sometimes to find the right weight. And goodness knows that was kind of my game a couple weeks ago during the league up in Park City. This is Olivia Andre's first stone. Looking to draw around. I think they want to sit like top 12 if they can get there. So now it's just a matter of trying to get it buried. As Adam jumps in to push it under, and like that finish is really nice. Looks like it's about half buried, and so McDonald wants to kind of maybe chip it out or draw on top. I think they were kind of considering both options. Ultimately opting to, I think, do a heavy draw. Darren Campbell, his first. This ends. There's four games on the ice, including our feature game. We'll let you guys know what's going on around the rings in just a moment. So going for the draw. This line looks decent, just a smidge light. Although McDonald can use it later in the end, and also it cuts Endicott down to one. So Endicott could hit and roll, perhaps like a heavy draw hit and roll. Also thinking about just drawing around the guard on the right. So Andre's second rock, looking to draw around. Also, if it crashes on the stone on the left side from this view. Uh, okay, so it's I thought they were going to draw around, but they're actually just, I think, putting up a front stone. But it looks like it overcurled slightly. I think McDonald's looking to see if she can. I thought they were going to try and do a heavy draw, but it looks like they're going to try and do some more razzmatazz, which is a curling term, by the way, folks. Razzmatazz. I think the most flamboyant curling phrase is spinorama, though. So I thought that stone overcurled by Andre, but actually it looks like it's in a pretty good spot, especially from this over-the-shoulder view. Looks like it's going to tick the guard. So the guard did its job, opens it up again. So that's, I think, a good response by Darren Campbell. A soft weight, doesn't need a lot of weight to have an impact. So based on where the broom is, I think they're going to put the guard back up. Situation in the house is there's a single blue stone surrounded by three Endicott yellows. So Endicott is sitting 1-3-4, and Team McDonald has the second shot right now. Going for a guard, I believe, with the outturn counterclockwise rotation. They're shooting to push it over, but I think this is a little wide. It looks like it's going to end up in a really good spot, though. You can see from this view, it's right in front of that blue stone, so the run back is not there. I mean, there could be a run back. There's a couple angles that McDonald could pursue, but Adams just going to make it harder for McDonald to make a play on that shot stone. And also the angles are lining up interestingly. Down the middle, the angles are okay for at least picking out the yellow. But making sure the blue sticks around for shot. This position where the broom is, I think, is set up for yellow, blue, yellow, and have blue sit shot at the end of it. So Andy McDonald is set. Looking for an angle run back. It's close. Oh, beautiful. Yellow, blue, yellow. Shot yellow goes away, and now that blue McDonald stone is shot, although Endicott is sitting in second and third rocks. So Endicott could just basically could try to do the same type of shot that McDonald just threw. Although when you look at the head-on view, the angle, I don't think he might be able to find a path. And so uh, Tate is coming up to suggest maybe running back the yellow that is just outside the house. I say yeah, just outside. It's about almost 4 feet, I would say. And as long as they make the blue go away, that would be a positive outcome. And then McDonald would be forced to take a single point. Is an interesting situation in the house. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go back. So you have three of the Endicott rink talking about the situation. Usually, you have the front end only has one person and kind of in the consultation just to avoid a tie and keep things efficient. So after this discussion, they are opting to try the run back. He's going to throw some pace at it, I believe, to make sure that the line is held. So we might see Tate really kind of jump to sweep on it right out of hand. Managing the line, it needs to curl up just a little bit more. It's close. I think it. I don't think it curled enough because I think what happened was the yellow guard may have jammed on another one and kind of sent those two, kind of scattered them. So McDonald has a draw on the right side for a second point. So we kind of talked a lot about risk reward. So that was the risk, and now McDonald is going to get a reward. Last rock coming from Andy McDonald, the hammer in the second end, sitting one, hoping to score two. This is close. Working to hold the line and make sure they're the right weights, and it is on the money for a second point. So Team McDonald scores two to take a 2-0 lead. The hammer will go to Endicott for the first time when we come back to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. So we do have 4 games on the ice. So let's take a quick look at those. Oops. There we go. All these games, the scores are being posted to quanspieler.com. Let me turn down the volume. Sheet A is a contest between Team McLean of Coyotes taking on Team Gilbert from Oval Curling of Utah. Gilbert appears to have stolen the first end with 2, so it's 2-0 Gilbert over McLean on sheet A. Sheet B is our feature game, McDonald versus Endicott. McDonald scored 2 with the hammer in the second end. Sheet C, we have Team Cerna with Blue Rocks taking on Team Barajas. Both teams are from San Francisco, although Team Cerna also has players from Wine Country and Coyotes. Looks like it's all Barajas so far, up 5-0 over Team Cerna. And then on sheet D, we have Team McBride from OC Curling and San Francisco with Bluestones taking on Team Aces from Silicon Valley. All square at 1 after the second end. So the first stone from Team McDonald was a guard. Looks like it was well placed. And we see Cassie Endicott looking to draw. I think they were hoping to maybe draw around, but ends up as a guard. Not bad. So they're both, Sean Tate took a look to see whether it was a centerline guard or not. And Feldman Jr. Stone looking to draw around with the out-turn counterclockwise release. Looks like it's hanging out a little bit, just like Aretha Franklin. Just think about it just a little bit. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's MoPac After Dark. That stone goes through the rings out of play. This is Cassie Endicott's second stone. Hoping to get around the guard. It's definitely going to get around the guard. Now the question is how deep is it going to get and if it's going to get buried. It looks like it's going to get to the top of the house, just barely, but it's going to be exposed. So McDonald is set up to tap and roll. Looking for bumper weight, so a rock that's with enough energy to get to kind of the wall there as Jennifer gets set for her first rock here in the third end. So we're going to see a little bit of a hit. Not too much of a roll, but definitely does kind of change things up and helps McDonald establish control of the front of the house. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by our broadcast sponsor, curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing fast and has partnered with Jamie Sinclair from the Curl Up with Jamie channel to bring more curling insight to fans everywhere. Curling.gg. So this draw from Tate ends up going to the back forefoot. as Collins delivers her second stone. Doesn't look happy with it. I don't know if she's not on target or what. I think she's a little wide as we see the rock go down the ice. The weight's not too bad, so it might end up in an okay place. But weight's a little up though, so it's going to go through the house out of play. So I definitely understand kind of the unhappiness with that shot. And seeing Sean's second stone, I think he was hoping to draw around, but ends up in front of the guard, actually crashes on the guard and rolls slightly wide. Doesn't leave a port though, so I think McDonald would need to try to open things up if she wanted to get to the shot stone. Could be trying to draw the port actually. So Darren Campbell with his first, I think, looking to shoot the gap. And if he doesn't, if he crashes, that's not too bad because it does open things up. Yeah, it looks like it might be on the blue guard. It does tick the blue guard. So now there is a definite port there, and Endicott is looking to go through it. This is Olivia's first rock here in the third end. Looking to go through the gap. The rock weight looks maybe just a little up. I don't have my stopwatch with me this weekend. It died 2 weeks ago with the battery, and it's it's kind of interesting. We have so much technology, and like my stopwatch dies like twice a year. So that ends up as a guard, and then also have to replace the battery. And the battery, yeah, the battery is its own thing. I guess the tiny button batteries are not the best type of batteries, and I'm finding that out apparently. So I think they're looking to maybe try to raise the blue that's on this the right side, pardon me. Looks like they're going to make contact with the blue and raise it to the button, actually top 4 foot. So really solid effort. It really does narrow the scoring area for Endicott. Yellow is still shot though. So it looks like they're going to try to raise the yellow down the middle onto the blue. They had a couple options. Looks like they're going to try and make a play on the stone on the right from this view. Line looks okay. They want to hit it just to the left of the center of the stone. It's needed to curl like another almost a half rock. So that's the situation in the house. I think looking for a heavy draw to tap the blue back onto the yellow and be kind of nestled on top of the yellow. So blue would be shot and Endicott would be super hard pressed to get rid of it. As Andy McDonald is getting into position. Looking to tap back. Though it looks like the weight is good. Let's see how the line goes. Okay, so they actually tapped the blue that was outside, which is fascinating. So it looks like they might try to take on the double. I'm just kind of watching this game unfold as you guys are. And if you guys have any thoughts about this game or any questions, feel free to drop a comment in the chat. We do have the chat window open so we can see what's going on. McDonald is sitting shot right now. That's I think why they have the why Endicott has the broom where they do. And that was a good shot there by Team McDonald and Skip Andy. Endicott's first. Endicott can throw a takeout weight with some good precision, and we'll see if he has it with this shot. Got one. That's going to be it, but does get rid of the shot stone, and Endicott's in a good position to try to tap out that blue with the second stone. So McDonald could try to force Endicott to one or force Endicott to try a tricky shot with his last. And so based on where the broom is, I believe that they're just going to put up a front stone in the path of the run back and make Endicott try a tricky shot for the second point, because Endicott would basically need to touch the button, the innermost circle for a second point. So Andy Stone is away. Line looks pretty good. She's okay with the weight. And that looks like a pretty well positioned stone. If if Endicott wanted to get dangerous with this, and I think they do want to get dangerous, just like a Darkwing Duck, as it were, for all those Gen Xers out there, they are looking to do a fairly lengthy raise takeout, yellow, yellow, blue. I do have to say I was not super into Darkwing Duck. I don't know if it was I may have outgrown Disney cartoons by that point, which is hard to say, but you kind of outgrow things sometimes. So looking for that yellow blue raised takeout. This is Adam Endicott with his last. The hammer coming in the third end. It looks like it's going to be close. Yellow, blue, and stick the shooter for three. My goodness, that was a shot, and definitely cashed in on that shot. Andy McDonald did not make it easy, but Endicott found a way, just like nature. We're going to be back in just a moment as we continue with our coverage of the 2026 Mixed Fours Playdowns, being brought to you by the Curling.gg network. Rocks in play. We are underway here in the fourth end of a possible 8 ends of regulation. After this, and we are going to take a 5-minute breather. The teams get to take a break. I get to stretch my legs a little bit. I'm not on the ice, but it is a fun weekend to be in the club. Um, Endicott's first stone from Cassie settles in on the top 4 foot, and so Feldman Jr. is looking to, I think, put up a corner guard. This might be a little heavy though. Settles in at the just above the tee line in the 8 foot area. Not too shabby, just like Adam Sandler would say. He would say it in a more humorous way than me, but not too shabby. That is not that's not my best Adam Sandler impersonation, but I don't get paid to do impersonations. So Cassie's second stone was a little wide. It looks like it's going to flash. It does. Brian's second stone is away. Brian has been curling for 11 years. Some of his experience includes placing fourth at Mixed Nationals in 2023. Also won gold at the 2024 Arena Nationals and bronze in the most recently concluded Arena Nationals. And before we go to the second stones, just to let you know that Cassie has been curling a long time. She likes gardening, board games, and reading. Her favorite sparkle color is purple. Sean Tate did not give us a sparkle color. So we're left to guess what Sean Tate's sparkle color is, and I dare to think what it could be. Uh, but that hit was successfully made by Sean Tate. Good effort there. What would Sean Tate's sparkle color be? Uh, It's hard to say. Sparkle colors are I think, a very unique thing, and there could be just a number of criteria to consider when you choose your own favorite sparkle color. So Jennifer's first stone hits and rolls and ends up in a really great place. As you can see, it hits the yellow on the outside and then rolled towards the center, just above the pin in the center of the house. So just a really good shot there by Jennifer Collins. So Sean Tate's been curling for 22 years. Some notable accomplishments include uh, 2026 Club Nationals Playdowns runner-up. I was also at Club Nationals in 2023 and was the spring training Bondsville champion in 2023. That's a Coyotes curling event, and looks like the hit and roll was successfully made. And I guess his favorite sparkle color will regrettably remain a mystery. Some fun facts about Jennifer Collins. She's been curling for 3 years. She was at this event in 2023, finishing in third place. Was also a third event winner at the U.S. Women's Curling Association National Bonspiel on the curling circuit event in St. Paul in 2024. Looking to take out that yellow stone that was just in the top 4 foot. Uh, Looks like there may have been some debris, or she was just checking the ice. Olivia Andre has been curling for 4 years. And you might be surprised to know that she does have a favorite sparkle color. It is lime green. So that hit and roll was made successfully. So now we have two yellows in the house. Uh, a possible double. I'm not going to use my patented catchphrase. I think the double is there because I don't know if it is. Darren's been curling for 4 years. Looking for, I believe, a slight hit, a hit and a slight roll. Weight is a factor here. It looks like it's over curling. So it's going to curl in front of the guard and become a second guard. And so now Endicott wants to kind of close the door as best he can, puts up a front stone in the guard zone or just in the top of the house. He can also split the rings, but I don't think that really benefits him too much. So Olivia likes cats, crafts, and curling, and words that start with C, including cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Looking to put up that front stone. Wants to make sure it doesn't over curl. The weight wasn't too bad. The line was the most important part, and it looks like it over curled just a tad. So now McDonald is set up to have Darren draw down. Darren, some of his experience includes being a semifinalist at the Mixed Playdowns last year and taking part in the 2024 events. His favorite Taco Bell order. That was just a little light, unfortunately. His favorite Taco Bell order is one cheesy gordita crunch with beans, three Doritos Locos tacos with beans, one large Diet Pepsi, and you guessed it, with beans. I may have added that last part. And he is still waiting on that Taco Bell sponsorship. So just a little light, and it ends up kind of protecting that nest, that little duo of yellows in the house. Although McDonald might be able to raise that blue with her shots. And so I think Endicott's going to look to put up a guard. Front stone, really. I kind of see the broom. They want it kind of like in the top 8 foot, if it can get there. Ends up crashing on that blue that was in front of the house. Doesn't promote it into the rings. So it does take the run back away because you can see it's pretty well buried. And so McDonald is opting to draw with her first. Team McDonald does have the hammer here in this fourth end, being down 4-2. Andy McDonald's been curling a number of years. She didn't write down how many, but she's been curling since she was a junior. Placed fourth at the 2023 Mixed Nationals and also competed in 2022. Has also gone to the Mixed Doubles Nationals, I believe, with Brian Feldman Jr. This looks like it might be on the yellow guard. It is. And so that's going to roll wide to the right from this view. So it's good for third rock. And so Endicott, I believe, would just maybe try to draw and put up a front stone. So a very similar shot to his first, and kind of end up in the top 8 foot, kind of that top of the yellow rainbow, you might call it. So last rock coming from Adam Endicott without the hammer here in the fourth end, looking to put a stone, I believe, in the top 8 foot, just to crank up the pressure and make it that much harder for McDonald to score. The weight looks a little up, so I think that now the option is to just send it as far back as they can, and it's going to end up in the back 4 foot. So it does give McDonald a little backing, and so she basically. McDonald has the broom down to just draw on top of what Adam just threw. Adam Endicott has been curling for 16 years. He's been a Mixed Playdowns finalist 4 times. Went to Mixed Nationals in 2014. Has gone to Club Nationals twice after winning the MoPac Men's Club Playdowns twice. So the broom is down for a draw. Last round coming from Andy McDonald. She has also won multiple U21 and U18 national championships from 2017 to 2022. Was also a winner of the Crush in 2022. That's the Wine Country fall tournament. This is a little wide, but it looks like it might settle in. 4 shots, and Cassie was ready to jump on it, but concedes that it's going to stop in time. So that's going to be a single point for Team McDonald. Good draw there by Andy to take the single point. So at the fourth end break, it is currently 4-3 in favor of Team Endicott. We're going to take a pause in the action. When we come back in the fifth end, Team Endicott will have the hammer. And looking forward to seeing how that will unfold. I hope you'll stick with us when we come back to our ongoing coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. And ongoing coverage of this event is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com, offering updated statistics and rankings of the top men's and women's teams from around the world. See how your team measures up at doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg. Curling.gg just launched a new beta feature that lets you upload photos and recreate real curling scenarios. Check it out and give it a try. Curling.gg. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Reach the next level with Endgame's leading edge curling brooms and accessories. Endgame's 100% carbon fiber brooms feature either a 7.5-inch or 9-inch head. Our no-slip silicone grip sleeve gives you unparalleled connection to your broom. And Endgame's unique 3-piece travel handle makes traveling for curling easy. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. We'll be right back.
this one. Lot of room.
We are underway here in the fifth end. You can see the clocks in the background. Teams are, I think, on target. Having 30 minutes to play 8 ends, they want to be at around 15 minutes after the fourth end, and that's where they're at. Endicott has about 15 and a half minutes, and McDonald has a minute more than that as Cassie gets set for her first rock, as Brian Feldman Jr. did put up a center guard. And it looks like Cassie Endicott has been asked to put up a corner guard. And a corner guard it shall be. Thank you guys for tuning in to the broadcast. So happy to be here. Just a note that this end is being brought to you by not curling.gg, but by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. It looks like Feldman's looking to draw around that center guard. Pretty close, as it does get around the guard and will settle in the top 8 foots. Not too buried. It's only about 20% buried. Still not a bad shot. So Endicott's looking at maybe doing a hit and roll. Going for the out-turn counterclockwise rotation. The Endicotts, everyone at Coyotes has been pretty nice and kind to me, and the Endicotts are on that list. They make an eggnog that's become known as Endinog, I believe, and it's definitely a hard eggnog, I guess. Pretty tasty, and a little bit goes a long way, and in a good way. So Cassius draw ends up crashing on the guard, and but it doesn't dislodge the guard, so not the worst outcome. So a kiss and miss, as I've been calling it this week, as we have Jennifer's next shot, gonna chip their own blue and roll undercover. So now we can check out the overhead view as McDonald is sitting 2. So the 5 rock rule is over. So Endicott is opting to start blasting. And Sean Tate is the man to deliver with his first. Gonna get one of the blues moving, and then the shooter rolls over to the other guard and clears that guard as well. So there's one guard still in play, and that is an Endicott guard on the bottom or the left side of the view. So it looks like trying to guess what type of shots McDonald is asking Collins to deliver. Looking for a guard. That's pretty close. That's pretty much where McDonald had the broom. So full points for Gryffindor for that shot. I don't know which Harry Potter house any of these curlers are in, but it's MoPac After Dark, so we might as well have fun trying to guess which house each player might be in. Uh, Although it's always kind of weird to put someone in Slytherin, unless they're really just kind of weird or offbeat. Although Hufflepuff is also for offbeat wizards, so it's hard to say. So another clearing action, and this one is going to be a double takeout, brought to you by doubletakeout.com. That was a solid clearing action there by Sean Tate. So while McDonald is being set for Darren Campbell's first rock, let's go around the rings. And we already have one game that's already in the books, the one that ended pretty early. Uh, Looks like Team Gilbert from the Oval got their first win. 5-0 winners over Team McLean from Coyotes. It's a long tournament, so I can understand. Team was kind of saying, "Hey, we might not be in this game, so we're gonna shake hands early." They did shake hands after three ends, it appears. So that's Gilbert over McLean. Sheet B, as we see Darren put up a guard basically. So it looks like we might be trying to build towards a blank as Olivia just set for her first. Looks like it's going to clear one of the yellows. It might bounce off the yellow. This has got some pinball action going on. It's good to be good, but better to be lucky, as they say. So it's not shot, but it is second shot right there. Just crazy how that ended up. Going around the ring still on sheet C, we have Team Barajas taking on Team Serna. Barajas from San Francisco is up 5-3 over Team Serna. Serna is from San Francisco, Wine Country, and Coyotes. And Darren's second rock going for the intern clockwise rotation. I think just looking to uh, put another rock in the rings in front of the shot stone, and that appears to have been successful. Looks like it had a really good line there. On sheet D, we have Team McBride from Orange County and San Francisco in control of the game over Team Aces. McBride is up 5-1 over the Aces rink from Silicon Valley and Rock Creek. Again, these scores are being posted to Bondspieler. And we have another clearing action and ran the blue. A bit of a disaster, actually, uh, for Andre because it basically ran the guard into the range and let the one of the blues chip out the yellow that was the second stone. So we went from McDonald sitting shot with Endicott right there to having three McDonald blues in the ring. So just a very unlucky miss there by Andre. That definitely does change the tenor of the end. So I suggested maybe going for a blank. That is not on the table anymore, as Skip Andy McDonald gets set to put up a front stone or guard. I think tight guard, just anything to make it harder for Endicott to get into the rings. That does slip into the rings. They were looking for a guard, but that ends up in a not bad position. So there's a cluster now, though. So I think they can get a lot of those stones moving. Uh, I think the triple's there. That's my second most popular catchphrase. So at the very least, get two of them moving out of play, but I think they could get all three of them moving. So a key shot, a crucial shot coming from Adam Endicott. Looking to see some granite fly, his first with the hammer here in the fifth end. He gets all three of those blues moving through the rings out of play. That is a triple takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Uh, and maybe tripletakeout.com. Wow. That was a shot. So the broom is down for McDonald's to take out the yellow shot stone. There's another blue that's in the top of the house. So, I mean, it could still be going for a blank, but it's dangerous. So I don't think Endicott would want to take it on. And McDonald, I think, wants to make sure that that blank is not an option. She wants to force Endicott to a single point. So hit and the shooter sticks around for the shot rock. And indeed, the force is on as Cassie and Adam have the broom down for a nose hit for a single point. Just a very interesting end how it unfolded, and we went from kind of a possible blank developing if Endicott was able to open things up, and just missing the round way, leading to McDonald sitting three and Endicott having to do some damage control. But that nose hit is there for the single points. So that is a single point for Endicott. Extending their leads to two as Endicott and his ring are up 5-3 over Team McDonald. Pausing the action. We'll be right back to the 2026 Mixed Fours Playdowns on the curling.gg network. So glad for you guys to be here. We have so much curling, and I hope that you'll stick with us through the weekend, including a possible championship Sunday. We're playing a full round robin, so it's possible we might not need tiebreakers on Sunday, but we'll need to play uh, 2 more days of triple headers to be sure. Tomorrow's triple header starts at 9:30 a.m. as we will see Team Gilbert from the Oval taking on Team Coleman from San Francisco Bay Area. Our midday game will be at 2:30 as McLean will take on McBride. A battle of two MC teams. There's, I think, three MC teams in the field, including McDonald, McBride, and McLean. And then our MoPac After Dark at 7:30 tonight will be, or tomorrow night will be Team Endicott taking on Team Cerna. So Cassie's rock does go into the rings as we have Brian Feldman Jr. I think looking to put up a corner guard. And the corner guard it shall be. So with McDonald putting up the corner guard, it gives Endicott and Cassie Endicott a chance to put up a guard in front of the shot stone in the rings. Looks a little heavy. They maybe want to do a plan B to try to freeze. It's slowing down now. I take that back. And that ends up in a pretty good spot, covering about half of the shot stone. So it's leading McDonald's to have Feldman Jr. draw around the corner guard. This is not going to get around the corner guard. It's going to crash on the corner guard and then roll back towards the middle. Not too much of a roll. So Endicott wants to put up another center guard. So they do have kind of offset corner guards for Team McDonald as Tate is going to put up a guard. I think one thing to note about Endicott's ring is that they all help with the ice, I believe, at Coyotes. Tate is one of the top ice makers at the Tempe facility, and I know I definitely saw, I think, all of them on the ice at the club playdowns just a few weeks ago in Arizona. Definitely all these clubs throughout MoPac and across the country and the world depend on volunteers. And so I definitely want to give my thanks to everyone for helping out to, help bring this game to life and being able to share it with so many people. It's a beautiful game and happy to be here. And again, thank you to all the volunteers. So Jennifer Collins' first rock is away. I don't. I thought they wanted a guard in front of the shot stone, but it did have it did block the draw around. And Collins is going to be able to hit and roll. So just rid of the yellow that was in front of the shot stone. And then the shooter rolls wide to the left from this view. Good for second shots. Oh no, I take that back. It is outside the rings. Does open up the shot stone though. So Tate's second stone is away. And that crashes on the guard, but it rolls back towards the in front of the shot stone, so it ends up being a good shot. Funny how that works. I say it's funny how it works, although top teams look for the right way to miss, the pro side miss, as the pros who miss call it. This miss is named after me. It's the pro side miss. So I think they did miss slightly, but it ended up working in their favor. And so looking to peel out one of the front stones with Jennifer's second stone. It does peel out that front stone, and the shooter rolls wide to the right. So it looks like Olivia Andre is being asked to put up another guard or replace the guard, depending on who you ask. What's the word on the street? This is over curling. So this could be the TSN turning point for this end as it goes into the pile. Especially as Team McDonald, Andy wastes not a whit to put the broom down for the takeout and hopefully hoping for a little bit of a roll. And so she rolls under cover. It basically is going to be next to impossible for Endicott to get out. And this is looking like the scenario is going to come to pass. So hit, roll, it's going to get buried. So it is shot stone in the 8-foot zone. And so there's some space in front of that shot stone to sit on top of, and that is something that Endicott is looking to capitalize on with Olivia's second rock here in this sixth end. Line looks okay. The weight, I think, is a question. Needs to hit the brakes. I don't think it's going to hit the brakes, folks, as it goes through the rings out of play. I think the line was okay, but I don't know if how much it would change if they dialed the weight down like they needed to for that shot. So just a couple of unfortunate misses there. Definitely gives McDonald a chance to score multiple points here. They're sitting one. I think they would like to be sitting two after this shot is done. This is a smidge heavy, but it's slowing down okay. So we are to skip stones, and Endicott's chasing a little bit without the hammer here in the sixth end. McDonald is sitting two. This this is turning out to be a pretty interesting end. It's so much fun to watch these games live. And I definitely appreciate everyone tuning in for the MoPac After Dark. Might not be as wacky as we can be normally, uh, but having a good time, and I hope you guys are too. This is curling okay, so Tate's jumping on it to help the distance, and that settles in the top button. Good for second shot. It's going to be slightly tricky for McDonald to pick out. But McDonald and her team have played a pretty good end. Just some misses from Endicott. I think were kind of the again the TSN turning point of this end and possibly this game. Uh, as McDonald had the chance to tie the game, she still does. The situation in the end right now is McDonald's sitting 1-3, and Endicott is sitting 2-4. And I think they're looking at a heavy draw, maybe like back eight weight, it would be my guess. Maybe back line to hit the yellow at the right angle to chip it to the back eight would be my guess to bring that back blue into play. So this is Andy McDonald's first. Definitely looking for that up weight as Jennifer is working to hold the line. So not backline weight. That was a guess on my part. Ooh, okay, interesting. This could be dangerous for Endicott. Just the way the angles are working out, where now McDonald should throw a little bit of weight at that blue that was just put in the rings and shoot that yellow out. The jam potential is pretty high though. It's the kind of weighing the risk reward for McDonald. As Adam Endicott gets set for his last without the hammer here in the sixth end. I think looking to be a front stone. I don't think he wants to really make contact with the rocks in the rings. Uh, it's not necessary for this shot, I believe. And he's not going to make contact with the rocks in the rings. Puts up guard. Does look like it blocks the run back. There's not really a port now down the middle. So that was an effective shot. Uh, I kind of picture uh, kind of the battle system from the old Pokemon Game Boy games where, someone makes an attack and like it was surprisingly effective. And that was surprisingly effective. So McDonald is going for a draw. It's going to be a tricky draw, but maybe they just figure that's going to be the best type of shot, not wanting to really disrupt too much in the rings. They basically need to bite the button for that second point. Wait's close. Actually, it's coming up a little light, so the sweepers jumped off of it. It's just going to be a single point, although McDonald had a chance to really cash in. Ends up with just a single point. So McDonald does draw within one to make the score 5-4. We will have the seventh end in just a moment when we come back to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. Before we get into the next end, let's go around the rings one more time. It's kind of fun to go around the rings. As I mentioned before, the first game off the ice was Team Gilbert on sheet A. Team Gilbert versus McLean. Gilbert was the 5-0 winners after 3 ends. Sheet B is our feature game. McDonald taking on Endicott. Endicott's holding on to a 5-4 lead. Sheet C, the contest between Team Barajas and Team Cerna. Barajas is in firm control, holding on to an 8-3 lead over Team Cerna. And then Sheet D, that game ended after 6 with Team McBride from Orange County and San Francisco, the 8-1 winners over Team Aces from Silicon Valley and Rock Creek. So those scores are being posted to bondscore.com. So back to the main action. As we see Brian Feldman Jr. deliver his first rock of this seventh end of a possible 8 ends of regulation. I think we might be going the distance. To refer to a Kate song. I Will Survive, of course. That rock is in the top of the house, and so it looks like Endicott's going to try to take it on. So in this case, I think Endicott would look to try to blank this end, so then he could carry the hammer and a 1-point lead into the final stanza. Tony Danza. This is over curling, so they're working to hold the line. I think they're happy to just get a piece of this rock. And Kiss and a slight miss there as the blue is promoted to the top of the 8 foot, and the shooter rolls to the right or top 12 foot, just above the tee line. Next rock from Feldman. Looking to put up a center line guard. Not going to quite get to the center line. Ends up just being a little off the center line to the right. And so Cassie Endicott is going to have another chance at that shot stone. Looking for bumper or board weight. Uh, that's kind of one of my favorite signals to do is to kind of smack your hips to indicate the bumper weight. Hit. So smack your hips, not your lips. This is over curling again, but it looks like they're going to make a little bit more solid contact. The shooter's going to go through the rings out of play, and the shot stone also goes out of play. So there's now a shot stone from Endicott in the top of the house. So I think the strategy is to either I think try to score 2 or blank, especially with a rock in the rings. As we have Jennifer deliver her first rock of this end. She's looking to put up a center line guard, high center line guard. Looks like it's going to be close to what McDonald wanted. Gets over the hard line, and it looks like it is touching the center line, although that was the fifth rock to the end. So every rock can now be hit out of play, regardless of where it is on the ice. So Endicott's looking to peel, so just looking to keep a clean house. Still setting up the possibility of 2 points or the equally possible a blank. Sean Tate's delivering his first. So past the high guard, going to make contact with the middle guard and an effective clearing shot. It was surprisingly effective. I don't remember the other types of battle outcomes. I think there's one where, I mean, I guess the opposite of surprisingly effective was like, it was not very effective. Like, trying to do a water attack on a rock creature or something. It's been a while since I've played Pokemon. So McDonald is looking to control the center of the center of the sheet, thus kind of forcing Endicott to make a tricky draw for his last. But at some point, McDonald's going to need to draw in to really capitalize on that strategy. Just kind of following. You guys have listened to my broadcast before. If you have, you would know that if you don't have the hammer, you want to control the front of the house and the center of the sheet. And if you do have the hammer, you want to try and draw play to the wings if you can. And so there's that shooter, there's that shot stone on the wings, and now Endicott's I think trying to kind of take control of the front of the house. So looks like McDonald wants to go to the top of the house, or sorry, the top a tight guard area. Pardon me. This is Darren Campbell's is first. Some of his curling experience includes being the champion at the 2024 5 and under superhero bonspiel. Also won the summer spiel in Kelowna, BC in 2024, and also won the 2023 5 and under in Kansas City. And I would definitely like to go check out the Kansas City club. I know they do kind of a barbecue and blues spiel or something along those lines, and those are two things I really like. So and curling, and I'm sure they have beer too. So checking a lot of boxes there. So Darren was asked to put a tight guard up, and it was pretty close, maybe a slight miss. As we have Andre, I think looking to try to pick out that guard that was just put up. So it's gonna just tick the guard, rolls to the back yellow, and then the shooter rolls out of play. And that guard is now even more buried than before. So looking to draw around. This is looking pretty good. It's going to settle in the top 12 foot. So good for second shot. Uh, Endicott has the hammer here. So the blank is looking less likely now. It's not impossible, but I don't think that's something you would want to try and go for. I think you want to. This is tricky. There's a couple of options that you could maybe try and draw on either side. Kind of follow a similar path to what Campbell just threw, but that's kind of a risky proposition. So they're looking to draw on the other side, the more open side, and I think maybe be a second shot or shot in the full 8 foot area. They haven't been down this side lately. That might be part of it. Oh, they pulled it out. So either it hogged or it picked or something. So another unfortunate miss there. So now McDonald has a pretty good opportunity to sit two. I think, they could get rid of that yellow on the wing right now and possibly maybe try to, really amp up the force possibility. Although McDonald would maybe like to steal one, maybe two here. Teams are doing okay on time. You can see the clocks in the background. They basically want to try and play and end in about 3 minutes 40 seconds of thinking time. So McDonald has 6 minutes 40 to play and end in two stones, and Endicott has about 40 seconds more than that. And also, teams are given a timeout, one during regulation and one during an extra end. Should we need an extra end to solve a tied game? So Andy McDonald is set. This is a little heavy and a little wide. I say a little heavy. Actually, the weight was pretty good. I think the line was just a little wide, and so it basically just Endicott a chance to hit and roll under cover, uh, and only with just a soft weight takeout. So hack to board weight would be my guess in terms of the weights. That is where Cassie Endicott has the broom. And coverage of this end is being brought to you by curling.gg. Curling.gg is proud to be an official sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champions, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. Curling.gg. So Adam's first stone is away. So it looks like it's more like control weight to maybe light control just to make sure they make contact on that shot blue stone. It does hit, but it rolls outside. So now McDonald's going to have a chance to do a similar shot and then maybe try to roll under cover. Uh, that Yellowstone that Endicott just threw is shot. So I don't think the blink is going to happen, guys. As Andy McDonald gets down to the delivery hatch, shooting toward the away side of the sheet, sliding west as the crow flies. Although the bird flight doesn't normally refer to directional stuff unless you're talking about like bird migration. So this is Andy's last, looking for a hit and roll, I believe. Although I think they would be okay with a nose hit, perhaps. So working to push it over, but it's going to be more of a nose hit. Going to get not too much of a roll. So they were kind of looking for a nose, ended up as a nose. But it does leave a hit and roll. Just even a nose hit for Endicott will be 2 points, and they'll be up 7-4 coming home in the eighth and final end. Last route coming from Adam Endicott. The chance for two, facing one right now. Cleaning. Also need to make sure they hold the line and then make sure it doesn't roll out. It does roll across the house. It needs to sit, not go further than full 12 foot, and sits down just in time for 2 points. That's a good shot there by Adam Endicott. So they are up 7-4 coming home. And we'll have that final end for you in just a moment when we come back to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. Just another reminder of our schedule. We have a triple header Friday and a triple header Saturday. The game times are the same for both days. They're different from today's times. Friday and Saturday, our draw times are 9:30, 2:30, and 7:30. And our 9:30 a.m. game is going to be Team Gilbert from the Oval Curling Club of Utah taking on Team Coleman from San Francisco Bay Area Curling. The fun starts at 9:30 a.m. as we have a MoPac morning and we see Cassie's first rock go into the reins. Definitely looking to try and draw play into the reins early and keep a clean sheet to make it harder for McDonald to score multiple points in this final end. So Feldman was looking to put up a corner guard. This is going to be close. Looks like it might slip into the rings. Let's look at the overhead. And it is biting the reins. And so Endicott does have the option to pluck it out, just like the eyes of a vengeful tyrant. I don't know. I do say it's MoPac After Dark way too often, but it's MoPac After Dark. I say weird things at 11 o'clock at night. So a kiss and miss from Cassie, although she does get the rock off of the house to the edge of the sheet, not counting. So I would, what would you call it? It's like a not quite a kiss and miss though. It actually worked out. So Feldman's second attempt to place a corner guard was surprisingly effective. Uh, I do want to look up the Pokemon battle responses as we have Sean Tate deliver his first stone. So looking to put up a front stone as Adam jumps up to help. Uh, doesn't quite curl a lot enough, a lot or enough. So we have Jennifer Collins doing set for her first. Oh, I guess they say super effective, or maybe surprisingly effective. Oh man, Pokemon. My sisters were much more into Pokemon than I was, and they had the card game, but I don't think they actually ever used the card game for, you know, the battle games and such. They collected them as far as I know. So it's kind of fascinating just to see both Pokemon the anime Pokemon, the video game, and Pokemon the card game still around almost 30 years later. So looking to put up another front stone. This is Sean Tate's last in the eighth end. I think the line is a little better. Well, this is gonna, I think, chip the yellow that was just put in and just that earlier stone into a better position, although it does set up a possible double takeout. And it looks like McDonald considered taking it on and is instead opting to draw on the left side of the sheet. Maybe changing her mind now. There's a possible double there. Um, the double doesn't get her stone, I think, into scoring position, and there's also the risk of jamming, which I think makes it tricky. But she does have the broom for the possible double. for Jennifer's second rock here in this 8th and final end of regulation. Maybe a little tight on the broom as Fellman jumps on it to try to hold the line. It looks like it's going to be close. And it looks like it's going to crash or clip the guard and roll wide right. So I think a good effort for trying, just a little tight out of hand. And I don't think the right weight, just based on kind of where the rocks ended up. So we have Olivia with her first stone. Uh, I can let you guys know that this is the last game on the ice. Not too much more around the rings coverage tonight, as Team Barajas on sheet C was the latest winner, 11-6 over Team Cerna. Going to be a little hit and roll, just kind of adding more rocks in play, making it that much harder for McDonald to get those 3 points that she needs to tie, 4 points to win. So just while we're talking about going around the rings, sheet A was the first to wrap up as Team Gilbert was the 5-0 winners over Team McLean. Gilbert hailing from Oval of Utah, McLean from Coyotes. Sheet B is their feature game. You're watching it right now. Gosh. Barajas 11-6. Barajas from San Francisco over Team Cerna from San Francisco, Wine Country and Coyotes. And then we have Team McBride winning after 6 ends, 8-1 over Team Aces. McBride hails from OC Curling and San Francisco, and Aces has players from Silicon Valley and Rock Creek. We do have those scores posted to bondspealer.com. We have the last rock coming from Darren Campbell. His last rock? It might be his first. No, it's his first. So looking to angle raise, this I think still hit a little wide, kind of goes into the pile and kind of pushes one of the yellows up, and that blue for that effort is still outside the house. So this situation has Endicott sitting 3, but the center of the house is accessible. So I think they want Andre to put up a front stone. Maybe it looks a little up weight. So this is, I think maybe we're going to tap the yellow up slightly towards the 4 foot. So bondspealer.com also has standings for this event. We're playing a full round robin, so every team will play uh, every other team in the field. After 3 games, we have Team McBride from OC Curling atop the table at 3-0. Coleman and McDonald are at 2-0, although McDonald is in danger of falling to 2-1. As we have Campbell's next rock coming here. They have just over a minute to play. They do have their timeout, so I think they're still doing good on time. So Campbell does chip out the shot yellow, but the shooter rolls wide. And that's going to be handshakes as McDonald realizes that she can't get the 3 that she needs to win. So McDonald does fall to 2-1, and Endicott gets on the board with their first win. They are at 1-1. So we have at the end of the day, we have 2 teams undefeated, McBride and Coleman, 2 teams at 2-1, McDonald and Barajas, and then we have 1 team at 500, It's Endicott. So that is where we're at after the end of the first day of our Mixed Fours Playdowns. I definitely really appreciate everyone for tuning in. I definitely enjoy being here and showcasing curlers from our region, and I hope you'll stay tuned for our two triple headers Friday and Saturday, and we'll see if we need tiebreakers on Sunday to determine our champions for Mixed Fours. And again, our first game tomorrow morning is at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, as Team Gilbert from Oval will take on Team Coleman from San Francisco. So before we sign off, again, a huge thanks to our sponsors, including DoubleTakeout.com, offering statistics, rankings, and insights on the top men's and women's teams from around the world at DoubleTakeout.com, and by Curling.gg, which has just launched a new beta feature that lets you upload photos and recreate real curling scenarios. Check it out and give it a try. Curling.gg, and by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. So we're about to sign off for the night. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. And until then, on behalf of all of us here at MoPac and San Francisco Bay Area Curling, and with deep thanks to our sponsors, this has been your host, Ryan Olson, saying good night and good curling.